Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. The Canon 6D Mark II. A lot of people talking about it. I've been talking about it a lot because I'm excited about it. You've probably got that from our discussions here. I think it may be the most suitable camera for me yet for what my needs are. Now, that is dependent upon Canon releasing a 6D Mark II that is as or similarly spec to what I have prophesied and what I'm hoping it will be. And that is primarily, it has to have 4K. Now, I know Canon's been extremely reluctant to deliver us 4K in anything so far other than their top or higher end flagships, 1DX Mark II and the 5D Mark IV. But I think they're starting to realize that they're going to be way behind the gate, way behind the pack, if they don't start pulling up their socks and offering a competitive offering. Everybody else is offering 4K in their cameras now. Panasonic, Olympus, Nikon. So, I mean, Canon to not offer that this is going to be seriously lagging. It's going to be, 1080 is getting to be old school. 6K and 8K are coming down the pipes. So, 4K is a de facto standard now. It has to have 4K. I would like to see a vari-angle screen, which from all reports, from the rumors and leaks and reports I've seen, it looks like we are getting that. It's a no-brainer for Canon. You can take that sweet vari-angle touchscreen out of the 80D, use it right from the parts bin on the 6D Mark II. Very easy to do. And then, not a necessity, but something I would like to see is a bump in resolution. I know some people probably would have gone with maybe better image quality over the resolution. I would like to see a bump at least 30. And again, you could just take the sensor from the 5D Mark IV and put it in the 6D too. So, even if we don't get a bump in resolution, if we say get a 24 megapixel sensor, I'm okay with that. I want the vari-angle touchscreen LCD and I want the 4K. And if we get that, that to me is a 5D Mark IV killer. And some would argue maybe Canon won't give us all that because they're worried about that. I suggest that their Canon, in their arrogance and blindness in the way they do things, is going to see more differentiations in the 5D Mark IV that in their minds put it at a higher price point and put it as more saleable, whereas the rest of us in the working world, those of us that are actually shooting these things and not sitting in the ivory towers, we are going to say, whoa, no, this is the 6D Mark II is going to be a way better camera. I suspect we might even get a better codec. Canon thinks they gave us a good codec, at least that's what they said. They said there was reasons for quality in why the Mark IV is so crippled for 4K. So, if that's their thinking, they might think that they're crippling the 6D Mark II by offering us what we wanted, H.264 and MP4 codec. So, in that sense, it could be a lot better camera, a lot better 4K camera, and if you give us the full vari-angle LCD touchscreen, all of a sudden, to me, at the price point we're expecting it at, probably the similar price point to what the 6D came at around $2,000. Sweet system. 24 megapixels minimum, I think it's going to be. Hopefully 30. Full frame. 4K with a better codec than the 5D Mark IV, even if Canon doesn't know that that's what they've done. So we're using almost their own tunnel vision, their own stupidity, dare I say, against them. They might actually give us what we want, thinking they're crippling something, doing their standard thing. Is a lower camera, let's cripple it. But maybe it'll be what we want because they don't understand what their offerings really are or what the public, their shooters really want. So to me, the 6D Mark II is going to be everything the 5D Mark IV wasn't. Even if it's 24 megapixels, I don't care. I don't need 30. The difference on that is minimal, and 24 is a real sweet spot for resolution and image performance. So you may actually have a camera that's performing better than the 5D Mark IV for high ISO, for dynamic range, exposure latitude, all of that. And a better 4K codec. It's just a better all-around camera at a less price. Canon may inadvertently, without even realizing that they're giving us what we really want, they're thinking with their Canon crippling thinking, they like to cripple lower-level cameras, thinking they're protecting the upper ones, may give us exactly what we want by accident. And that is an incredible 6D Mark II that's way better than a 5D Mark IV. A 5D Mark IV killer. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm really pumped about. I think finally Canon's backwards, ridiculous thinking about continually crippling lower bodies and not giving us what we need like they did in the 5D Mark IV may actually work to our advantage and deliver us a 6D Mark II that's exactly what I want, what you guys want, because they don't realize they're going to think they're doing some crippling, and instead they're enabling. This is going to be the camera I'm going to be screaming about, and I love it. So, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you think it's possible that the 6D Mark II is going to be what I think it's going to be? We're going to get 4K, a vari-angle LCD, and maybe even 30 megapixels. But hey, I'm okay with 24. And is that to you a 5D Mark IV killer? Do you have a 5D 4 and you're going to sell it if you see that 6D come out? That 6D Mark II, as I'm saying here, spec'd like this? Or do you think for some reason that Mark IV still appeals to you? Frankly, I can't see why. But let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about it. I'm very excited. The announcement date is supposed to be soon, and I'm very, very excited to see what they are going to offer us with the 6D Mark II. I will say that if it doesn't have 4K, I won't even look at it, and I'm going to look elsewhere, and I'll be very disappointed with Canon once again. But hopefully that's not the case. I have high hopes. I hope, even if by mistake, Canon pleases me and you guys that are of like mind. But let me know if you are of a like mind. In the comments below, let's discuss this. Is the 6D Mark II going to be a 5D Mark IV killer? And are you going to buy one? Are you going to get rid of your 5D 4? Let me know. Let's talk about it. As you can see, I'm excited. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.